Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I am going to be channeling some messages, sharing some messages that I've heard, and pulling a couple cards just for any messages that want to come through. So the first thing that I want to talk about is something having to do with babies. I kept getting this hit about babies, and this could be a message for a new mother or new parents or someone who works with babies, someone who works with children, but more so like infants and babies. It could also be pointing towards your own infancy, your own childhood, something significant about that. And then like the information that the mother passes through the infant through like the visceral, stuff that she transmits, and breastfeeding and amniotic fluid and just like all this stuff is coming up. And then I have been on I've been on a holistic health stint for many years, but I am in another one right now, with new information coming up. I'm learning so many new things while I'm journeying through my own health things, and for some reason this story that I heard a long time ago, a couple months ago maybe, about this psychic who a mother got a reading from. I could be butchering this story, and I'm so sorry if I am. And if you were the one who told me this story, then maybe, fill in the details and just correct me if I'm wrong. But because I can't remember where this came from, because I've heard many stories about like babies and them having eczema and allergic reactions from breastfeeding while the mother is eating something or drinking something that the baby is intolerant to. And there's this story about the psychic who did a reading for a mother and a baby, like, why is the baby having these issues? And the psychic was smelling oranges, I think, and it was pointing towards like oranges or juice, like something that the mother was drinking, and that was affecting the baby. And so she cut that out and the baby healed. Things changed. So that story came through, and this could be coming up to point to elements of vulnerability and environmental or external conditions or factors that you are extra sensitive to. Babies are completely dependent, completely vulnerable, and I mean, in a way, we all are vulnerable to the unknown and to life. Anything could happen at any time. We cannot control the world, and some seasons in life make that feel more apparent and more obvious, and others bring more of a semblance of security and connection. And I think that as long as we're rooted in our spiritual connection, whatever that looks like for us, for me it's connecting with God, and having a strong faith and just trusting God. God is the center of existence, this unmoving core, but it could be labeled differently for different people, or experienced in different terminologies for different people. So yeah, something about babies. I don't know why babies are coming up, but I actually want to ask the cards for more messages and more clarity on this. Like, what does this symbolize? Why is this coming up? The babies thing. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 5 of Wands. Okay. We have the 10 of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so you might feel like something is coming to a head. You might feel like something is coming to a head or coming to an end. And you might not know what that is. There might be a lot of turbulence and chaos at this time, but I don't know why the baby thing was coming up or what this symbolizes, but these two cards could represent, like, in terms of talking about infants and babies, a lack of closed circuitry, a lack of closure, a lack of completion, a lack of efficiency and fluidity. So this card is, wait, this is the Eight of Wands. This is not the, I'm sorry. I was just so confused for a second. This is the Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Swords. This is the Five of Wands. I was right. I was just holding them in the opposite direction, and my brain took a second to catch up there. But yeah, so the Eight of Swords is the card of shortened force, the Lord of shortened force. I have a Hermetic tarot deck, and on every single card on the bottom it says, like, Lord of blah blah blah. Like Six of Cups is Lord of Pleasure. Oh, hello, honey. Hello. Someone's here to say hi. Oh my goodness. This is Butter. She's my angel. She's my religion, the love of my life. And she's like 15 and a half, I think. Yeah. Ugh. We're just gonna absorb some calm feline energy right now. My sweet girl. My sweet girl. Thank you for visiting. Okay. Yeah, so this is the card, the Lord of Shortened Force. So I was talking the other day with my current healthcare holistic practitioner, and she told me about a gene test that she did later in life and found out that based on her genes there are specific nutrients, minerals, vitamins that she needs extra of, like extra support in, or was like lacking in or something. And she started to, pay attention to those and eat things that contain those things in them later on in life. And because of the deficiency of those particular minerals and nutrients in her diet when she was a kid, she developed a specific issue later in life. And with the Eight of Swords coming out in the context of why this baby thing is popping up into my head, this could be a message for you about honestly paying attention to maybe your genealogy and finding out what it is that your unique composition and blood and body and physiology needs. Because a lot of the time, the issues that we think are issues that we struggle with are, rooted in our health and our physical nourishment. And I'm learning so much about that right now. And I also learned, side note, that pretty much most of the population has been exposed to parasites, has parasites, and they're not always, wreaking havoc or noticeable, but they literally eat neurotransmitters. They eat the nutrients that are required to create neurotransmitters. So I learned that many people are misdiagnosed with bipolar, schizophrenia, anxiety, depression, mental illness, because there are literally foreign invaders, parasites inside of them, little succubuses, preventing their emotions and brains from working properly. And this is personally something that I really, it just makes sense. It just makes sense for my own experience. So anyway, Eight of Swords, there's something relating to childhood, to infancy, that was or is lacking. Or if you are a mother, like, pay attention to the whole picture, the bigger picture, more than you may be currently aware of, because there could be some gaps that need to be filled. And then with the Five of Wands, if you are a mother advocating for your child's health, and you are also someone who seeks out the truth, seeks out information, you don't necessarily buy into what people tell you all the time. You don't settle for, okay or good enough. You want to settle for the truth and for What fills your spirit with a sense of conviction, confidence. You want to be taken care of. You want to feel taken care of. You want to do the right thing. You want to do right by what you care about, by what you value. And you could be facing some conflict. This could also have to do with facing a lot of conflict or opposition, or not even having the chance to be acknowledged or to be recognized, like during childhood. There's like overlapping layers of this message here, but it all has to do with children, childhood, infancy, youth, and potentially motherhood. Depending on how you relate to this message, it could translate differently for different people. But yeah, and then we have the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. So it's like whatever that relates to, it's coming to a head. It's coming to an end. And when the stress and the chaos of things finally dissipate and dwindle, there's going to be, for some people, you might have literally like 3 seconds of a moment where you realize something, or you have a thought that you didn't think before. And I just want you to pay attention and slow down in that moment when you have that new thought or that thing that part of you, even the tiniest part of you, thinks is an intuition or a nod from, supportive angels or God or spirits or whatever. Like, pay attention to that. Pay attention to it. And I think you already, you do know. You need to be validated for your intuition. You need to understand that your intuition is your intuition, and it's time to build a relationship with it. And there's some burden, there's something that is surrounding your intuition that is, like I said, coming to a head, coming to an end now. And you might feel more free. You might almost feel like this sense of frustration or dropping the ball, or even just collapsing, exhaustion. Like you're about to let go of a really heavy burden surrounding this sense of calm and peace and knowing and confidence. So why else is this message about childhood and babies coming up? We have the Three of Pentacles and the Hierophant. I feel like you are going to find out why this is coming up in time, and as you work with somebody, you're going to be working with someone. You might be finding a teacher or a collaborator soon who's going to help you work around this issue, whatever it is, having to do with the messages that I just shared. What do I want to ask? What is the specific issue, or what are some examples of the specific issues that you're going to be finding mentorship and support with? The Sun and the Six of Wands. Well, I don't know the issues, but you are going to be working with someone or finding some collaboration that makes you feel like you won at life, that makes you feel confident, successful, and established in your soul, your spirit, your vibrancy. The sun is the ultimate expression of your ego, your personality, joy, and it also represents an element of childlike joy, freedom, liberation. And then Six of Wands speaks to recognition and success and victory after triumph. So you're going to be feeling renewed, you're going to be feeling confident again, and this collaboration is going to be helping bring that out in you. But I still don't know why this child thing, why is this child, I'm going to put these cards back and ask again, why is this hit about children coming up, or what does it symbolize? We have the Page of Cups. So this is literally pointing to a child who is sensitive, emotional, poetic, intuitive. Oh, my alarm's going off. I gotta just pause that real quick. Okay. Excuse me. So yeah, Page of Cups is literally talking about a child. This could also be pointing to a time. Okay, months. What is this? 4, 5, 6. This could signify a 6-month-old child. I don't know if you have a 6-month-old child. Page of Cups is a child, and Cups is in time-wise. Cups represent months. So if this was time, this would be 6 months. So young infant, and it could also potentially be a nod to, with the Page of Cups, the development of your sensitivity as a child and your creative expression. There could be some threads connecting with that. I just want to get a confirmation on the age of child that we're talking about, the age range or the potential ages. Okay, so this could be a 1-month-old or a newborn, like I was feeling, the Ace of Cups. We have the Wheel. So it could be a range. Age range. And we have the 5 of Cups. I cannot make this up. We have the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So this is talking about an infant, like a newborn, young baby. Let's just get one more for the age, potential age of this child. Okay, we have the 5. We have the 6 of Swords. Wait a minute, what am I saying? What? This is the 8 of Cups. I'm so sorry. We have the 8 of Cups here. 5, 6, 7. No, this is the 7. My brain has been struggling, if you couldn't tell. I'm genuinely going through a lot right now, and sometimes my brain just misses things. Yeah, we have the 7 of Cups. So 7 months old. 5, 7, 1. And then we literally have, this could be 6 days old. I mean, newborn. Literally newborn. This is 6 days. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about a really young infant here. I really just want to go into this more. Like, what is going on with this infant? Or let's see, whose child is this? That didn't mean to come out, but we have the 10 of Pentacles, so you could be like, you could have a family. I mean, this is the card of family. Who is this message for? We have the 7 of Cups again, so this could be for you if you resonate with it, or if you're dreaming about infancy, or if your mind is filled with thoughts of like motherhood or bearing a child, or if you have a child who's around 7 months old, or it could be like 7 months pregnant, but I feel like this is a child that's born already. Who is this message for? This message is for someone who's thinking a lot about this. And then we have the 4 of Wands, so you could be married, you could be established in your home with your children. You could have had a child, like, shortly before or shortly after getting married. So this could be very well for someone who is married. Who is this for? This is for I feel like, so this came out reversed. So you are in a relationship, you are in a loving relationship, or there's some energy of a loving relationship. It came out reversed, but I feel like it was like pointing to you. I didn't feel like it was coming out like in a backwards energy. But in case it was coming out in a backwards energy, there could be some changes going on for you in your primary relationship having to do with reciprocity, or some reflection on what you need and what is needed, and there could be this feeling of like slight imbalance somehow, that could have to do with your child as well. I don't know. And then we have the 10 of Cups on the bottom, so it's like I really feel like nothing is really bad. Like there's good, everything you need is here, everything to support is like all here. And you know, more fulfillment is going to come after, even if this is like a little micro shake, like a sneeze, you know, in the scheme of your life. Just a sneeze. That's what it feels like. Who is this message for? This is turning a lot more specific than I expected it to. Okay, so yeah, this is for somebody who is discerning right now what to keep and what to throw away. You could be organizing. You could be letting go of connections. You could be cutting shit out. You could be... This could represent the thing that's like... This could represent your energy if, you know, because before we got the 10 of Wands and the High Priestess, and this is kind of a similar energy, because she represents discernment. And yeah, cutting things away, and like the Sword of Truth. So you could be realizing some really important things. You could be on the cusp of some really significant information or discoveries. Yeah, okay. Let's pull like one or two more. Who is this for? We have the 5 of Pentacles, so yeah, you could be going through some kind of like loss or change, or something about being abandoned, being left out in the cold. I don't know specifically about what, but abandonment and being left out in the cold. Or you could be abandoning someone or something, feeling this is like instability, something that's not working. Okay, who is this for? Yeah, okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles again. So this is pointing to your current or future collaboration. You might be the one to provide a service for somebody else. You might be working for someone. You might be helping someone a lot. You might be helping someone out. You might be, for some reason, a therapist is coming to mind. You might be providing a supporting role and collaborating with people in some way. What kind of collaboration? Or you might be, you might have that coming to you. But what is more info about this collaboration? The number 3 is popping up, so you could be a family of 3, or you could have someone, you could have like 2 people. For some reason, this crow mask is really sticking out to me. Crow. Someone might be like a talker. Someone might be a fancy talker, and you're not buying it. And you can see right through, like someone is there. Yeah, okay, this makes sense because I've been having dreams about this, but there's a message about imitation and authenticity, and be aware of what people are saying, because not every narrative is original or authentic or based in the truth or based in actual experience and actual knowledge. Some people hear things and they repeat them and it means nothing. and it's not even relevant. So be careful who you are listening to. And the fact that this is a temperance card, to clarify the Three of Pentacles, to me represents that, again, well, you could be some kind of healer or therapeutic service provider, or be receiving therapeutic, healing, nurturing collaboration or help or support. So that's pretty cool. This is really specific. I feel like this is like for this message, I feel like started out for maybe a small group of people, but now it's more like, I feel like I'm talking to one person or maybe 5 people. I don't know. I feel like this is very, very specific, but it needs to come out. So I'm going to ask again, what is the message that needs to be delivered about this thing having to do with childhood or children? What is the message about this child? We have the Empress. So I feel like this is a message that things are okay, that there is a lot of nurturing. There's like enough nourishment. It was upside down again, pointing to you. So I feel like this is a heads up, not a warning, but a wink, a nod to just paying attention, focusing on something about nourishment. Are you giving your child the right nutrients? Are you getting the right nutrients? Is your inner child receiving the right nutrients? However you relate to this, nutrition and nourishment. And also, you might need something in order to supplement yourself so that you have more to give, or that you have the thing that you need in order to give. So what is that thing that you need? I'm just following the threads here. Okay, so I feel like you need a breath of fresh air. I feel like you need a change of scenery. I feel like you need whatever this represents to you. You might actually need more space. You might even be thinking about moving. You might be thinking about expanding. Bigger room, more house, like less junk, less stuff. This is very physical and 3-dimensional, but this card is a card of expanding horizons. So you could be due for a perspective expansion or upgrade. That's really interesting. What do you need? And there's that number 3 again. 2 3s. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords. And we have the High Priestess again. I think you know what you need, and I think that the answers, you're very intuitive, and the answers are going to come to you in meditation and in rest. That's what it is. You need space. You need space so that you are able to rest and be open and be receptive. That's what that is. That is what that is. Okay, and again, I keep going away from this message, but I want to ask again, what do we need to know about this child? What do you need to know about this child? Don't worry, I'm hearing. Don't even worry about it. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups again. I think that you're maybe really in your fantasies or in your thoughts or thinking a lot about this thing. It's just on your mind. Or, you know what? This could have to do something about sleep. Yeah, sleep. My alarm is going off because I have to leave for an appointment. So actually, I'm just going to pause this and wrap things up real quick. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this up real quick. I want to get one final message for you. We have the 6 of Pentacles. So I really feel like everything is fine. I really feel like you are, this is an energy of generosity, indicating that your resources are already fulfilled, they're already full, and they're just being shared. They're just being passed around. But this is a reminder that like everything you need is right here, even if you can't see it, but you might feel it. You might already feel it, which is great. So yeah, I'm going to stop this here. But I do want to thank you if you stayed for the entire reading. If this was for you, please leave a comment. I'd be very curious to hear how and if this resonates. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, all of the info for all of my offerings is in the description, and you can send me a message here on YouTube or on Instagram at Rustic Peach. I also have a bunch of testimonials and feedback from past clients on my Instagram, highlight tarot testimony, as well as on my website under creative and psychic offerings. If you scroll down, you'll find my tarot reviews and tarot and psychic offerings page where I have my offerings and then the reviews. So there's different ways to connect with that information. I offer intuitive body art scan portraits where I scan your field and your auric field and your physical field and draw what I see and then offer my interpretation of those elements. I also offer in-depth shadow readings, good for people who are looking to integrate mysterious, unknown, dark energies that you're working with, or your shadow side. If you feel stuck or confused, it's a great tool for that. I also offer CELTIC CROSS readings, any question readings, and I can also create a custom kind of reading for you if you have a specific issue or something going on. I can do really many different things, and we can have fun and be creative with it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.